Hello there. I'm back for another week of White Scraps Wednesday. And as you can see, I've got 3 scraps of white and I've got 3 little 1-inch ink squares. And what I'm going to do is this. I've got a piece of paper that I folded over, and I'm going to take these pieces of white cardstock and I'm going to glue them down on here with a little piece of masking tape that's been folded over. There. That should hold it for me. Okay. And I'm going to do one of each color. So what I'm going to do is this. Is this one open yet? Yep. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and use the ink and pull the color on there. There. All right, that one's done. So we can go ahead and pull this up, and it's colored halfway. So now we're going to do the next one. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and lay this down. Put that down there. Put this down here. Go ahead and press that down. And we're going to do yellow this time. Oh, that's a real moist one. All right, very good. That one's done. So we can go ahead and take this one off. We can let that dry. And we can add the next one on. All righty, now let's do the orange one. All right. That is so pretty. Fun way to use up your little ink pads if you've got them. Or you can brush it on. Or you can sponge it on. Whatever way you want to do it. So now we've got 3 different colors. Aren't they pretty? All right, now we can move that away. So now, whoops, I forgot to get the punch out. Got a 1-inch circle punch, and I'm going to go ahead and start punching out circles. Let's do the blue first. All right, there's blue. And we'll do yellow. And you can use any shape. I decided to do the circle because I know almost everybody has circles of some kind or another. So, but you can do this with any shape. You can do this with flowers, you can do it with birds, you can do it with triangles, squares, whatever. Hexagons. So whatever shape you've got, then use those. All right, there. Aren't they pretty? Now, what do you do with the circles? I have a whole playlist on what to do with circles. I will attach that video, but you could always do the 4 circle flower, which would be really pretty, where you put them together and then you put one in the center. You could create a border and just line them up on a border. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make him into a card and use those as a background. I think that'll be really pretty. So let's do that. And I want to, oh no, I don't want to use that. Let's see, I want to use a scrap piece. Here, we'll do it on an index card. That's a good idea. that'll line up on there very nice. Okay, so I'm just going to start gluing these down onto here. Where's my glue stick? Right there. And you can do it all one color, or you can do different colors. I think it would be fun to do the different colors on here. Why not? Alrighty. Oh, let's see, we want orange up there. And yellow over here. And yellow over here. And some more, maybe an orange one here. And then green. And a green over here. Alrighty. And let's see, we could sneak a little bit of green right there. There, maybe a little bit of green in this corner. There, that looks pretty good to me. All right, maybe yellow here. Why not? There. And I think that's it. I don't think one will fit here. Yes, we can. I guess the green is right there. Let's do another yellow, I guess. Yeah, we'll do yellow. All right, there we go. Ta-dum. So now let's go ahead and give that a nice little back rub. And go ahead and trim these off. Oops. I've got a lot of viewers who keep saying more circle ideas, more circle ideas. So I'm like, alrighty, we can do more circles. I love using my circles. I've got lots of different sizes, so that is really pretty. I like that. Okay, so now, isn't that nice? So now that can go on a card front. So, but first, what I would do is, and you know what we could do? That might be fun. Put these on the outer edges. Let's do that. That one and that one, and then we'll trim it off, and then we'll 3D this up. That'll be cool. I like that idea. All right, but first I want to run this through a folder. So let's throw that in there and put this in my cuddle bug. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now let's go ahead and glue these down on the edge. Waste not, want not, right? Oops, I'm gonna need to cut that. Perfect. Put that right up on the edge and right on the edge. All right, nice. And then we'll do this side. Nice. All right, turn that over, give that a nice little back rub. Trim those off. Nice. And then this one can go on the inside. Glue stick. that is a nifty idea. Why not? Use them up. Voila. Oops. Cut that a little crooked. There. All right. Then we can put some foam on here. Perfect. Then we can remove these release tapes off. And turn this over and put it on. That is a cool looking card. And this is perfect for a manly card. What do you think of that? Isn't that neat? So just by rubbing on some color, just halfway. So there you go. There's a neat white scraps card for you. So I hope you like this idea and you'll give it a try. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.